Hi everybody. I'm going to put up new Christmas lights this year. They're Govee smart lights. They're clear and they're programmable. Anyway, they're not really necessarily aimed at being Christmas lights. They're more like something you put around your patio. So they're not spaced right. They're spaced 3 feet apart. And there's a total of 30 bulbs on a string of 96 feet. So I was trying to figure out what I could do to make that work. So I'm going to, and I have already started, and I decided to record this. I'm going to shorten them all up by dangling them 6 inches from the wire. I'll show you what I'm already doing, and I'll go ahead and do one to show you. So it's going to go from being like this, which is the way it comes out of the box, to this, which is 6 inches on either side of that wire, which takes a foot out of the distance between them. So that you're going to go from being 3 feet apart to only being 2 feet apart. I think that's going to make a huge difference. And I'm going to hold them all up with neodymium magnet hooks to the rain gutters, and that should be plenty. Unless we have some crazy windstorm that takes some of them down, but they're plastic also, so they're not going to break. Anyway, this is what I'm going to do. I'm taking a zip tie, wrapping it around, and zipping it down close to tight. Then I'm taking a ruler, measuring down the same distance on all of them, putting them at 6 inches. It's pretty close. Okay, right there. And zip that up tight, and then cut. Throw this away. And each one of these bulbs is actually wrapped when they come from the factory. They're wrapped with a plastic, which means that I get to do all this fun peeling. I love doing this, just peeling plastic off of new devices, new toys. So that's where that one's at now. So here's a couple of them. This is how they're going to dangle. I don't know if you can see them both. I hope you can. But I'll do this so you can see where they're at. All right, so I'm going to go on. I'll do a couple more and then I'll stop the video. But let me give you an idea. And I only have to do this 30 times. 30 is not bad. If I had to do it times 100, I'd be a little bit, I don't know if I want to do this. I'd probably end up sending them back and getting something else. But I did do some looking around on Amazon, and these really are like a very cool option, and the other stuff is not quite as cool. And especially the generic brands, or those crazy brands you can't pronounce because they put 5 consonants together in the name. Those are not necessarily really smart bulbs, and so I'm a little bit worried about, first of all, the quality and also the flexibility of them. First time I cut one of these, it shot all the way off the table, so it's still sitting over there. I'll get it later if I remember. Maybe when I'm editing this video, it will remind me. Oh, and the magnets were fairly cheap too. The magnet hooks that I bought. I bought some that will hold up to 50 pounds in a vertical pull. Like if it was laying this way and the hook is this way, you can pull down 50 pounds. I bought a few of those because they're a little more expensive, and then I bought a whole bunch of 30-pound ones. So those are going to probably do the trick real nicely. And I have been playing around with them a little bit. Not much, but made sure that they actually are nice and strong, because they're going to be on the rain gutter. I'll check them as I go. I'll make sure that I have plenty of them up there. I wouldn't try to depend too much on just a few holding all that weight of this string of lights, because I know when it starts pulling sideways and stuff, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to keep those magnets in place. They could slide down a little bit on the gutters. Okay, I've gotten all of the lights shortened up the way I wanted them. And now I'm going to show you the magnets that I'm going to be working with, because I'm sure some of you are wondering, yeah, how is it possible that magnets are going to work for holding up Christmas lights? So this one here is the 30 pound. They're supposed to hold up 30 pounds. I don't expect them to hold up 30 pounds, but I think that they can handle some Christmas lights. And here's a 50 pound. They're pretty close in size. This is the 50, this is the 30. Anyway, I wanted to give you an idea. I have a 5 pound weight off of a set of dumbbells. Now I'm using the 30 pound weight hook with magnet. You can see it's picking it up. It's almost able to lift it all. Yeah, it will, but then it's going to break loose. Plenty of power, plenty of strength to hold up what I'm trying to do here. A few Christmas lights. Now let's see how the 50 pounder does. That was the 30, this is the 50. I haven't tried this yet, so it'll probably pick it all the way up. Oh yeah, all the way off of the table. Whoops, made a dent in the table. Maybe. Anyway, so that's where we're at. And these are all the magnets that go with these hooks for the 30 pounders. With these hooks. And all of the 50s are done already. I got these a day or so earlier. So I got the 50s all taken care of already. I'm going to put these together. The 50 pounders I'm going to use on the ends, because I figure with a little bit of pulling on the ends of the wires that might be a little extra pressure. So a little extra security on the ends would be a good idea. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do with those. And I'm thinking I'll set up a little sample area in the backyard just to test these before I go and run them across the house. I'll show you how they worked out. I'm going to set up a test section in the backyard on the patio. I have gutters that go all the way around the house. So I'm just going to put up about 5 feet of them back there just to see how they hang, see how they're going to lay out, and I will make a video of that and add that to this as well. Okay, here's what they look like when they're actually set up. This is just one side of my patio, so let me go ahead and show you. They're hanging down about 3 inches below the gutter. So the hook and most of the wire is hidden by the gutter, which is nice. And you can see I have a pile of lights down here on the ground. I just didn't want to set them all up because this is just temporary. Here's how the magnets are set up. I think I can get by with just one, but right now I have one on either side of the wire just to be sure. And I've done that for each of these. And this last one down here on the end, I used one of the 50-pound hooks so that the extra dangling wire won't stop it from staying up there. So what do you all think? You think it's something that's worth doing? Taking that extra foot out from between each bulb, I think it's going to help a lot. It's going to make it look a little nicer. And it's going to be a little bit denser light. Plus 96 feet across the front of the house, that's too much, since the total of both duplexes is, I think it's 64 feet. So with it reduced down, it's 66 feet. So I'll have a couple extra feet to wrap around the corner on my side and hide the wires and stuff. So let's see how that all works. I'll get it done and do another little video. Here's what these Govee lights look like at night. when they're set to white, they're actually pretty bright. They light up the driveway quite a bit. You can't see it right here, but it does get pretty bright.